Cash rules everything around me. Cream. That's right. It all comes back to the dollars, the dineros, the rubles, the yuan, etc. And there's so much money. It's like, oh, we got to save money because the shirt doesn't even have any buttons anymore. This is the deepest of V's. Anyway, wanted to do an update on the Vikings rookie draft class, who signed, for how much, as well as a couple of the UDFAs. A couple of the UDFAs got paid too, man. It's really interesting. So, looking at the draft picks, of course, up at the top is Cine. We're debating. Can we nickname him Murder Scene, because violent connotations in there, but also, I mean, we call Harrison Smith Hitman. It's like, what does Hitman do? It's like it's not like he's Pete Rose. Anyway, Cine got a 4-year, $11.494 million fully guaranteed deal. Now, it's important that he got all 4 of his years fully guaranteed, because that hasn't always been the case with late first-round picks. But him at 32 got his money, got it guaranteed. You love and respect it. Also, he only carries a $2.089 million cap it, which is also kind of nice. Also, three early draft picks haven't signed. So Booth, Ed Ingram, and Caleb Evans have not inked quite yet. Now, this tends to happen where first round picks and late round picks, they're basically slotted in. There isn't really a lot of room to maneuver. But the day 2 selections is where you get some of the interesting calibrations that are away from the rookie wage scales. Like, how much are they guaranteed? Can like a early day 2 guy get some money of his rookie season guaranteed? Can he get a larger signing bonus? Can he get offset language where, hey, if one of the years is guaranteed and we get cut and we sign somewhere else, can we double dip the chip, etc.? So that's why guys like Booth and Ingram and Evans are still floating out there, even though Booth hasn't participated in OTAs because he's still recovering from that core muscle injury. But guys like Ingram and Evans and Asamoah have been out there, and basically because they've had injury waivers where it would guarantee them. It's like an insurance policy. It would guarantee them the value of what would have been their contract in the event that something happens. And Asamoah just signed yesterday. He had a 4-year, a $5.486 million deal. Now, what's interesting is that the only part of his deal guaranteed is his signing bonus. And it's intriguing because he is a very early third-round pick, number 66 overall. So he doesn't have any of his base salary, which is around $700K guaranteed at all, which is extremely interesting. But that's why you see teams, sometimes 4th, 5th, 6th round guys, they're cut, they're tossed onto the practice squad, sometimes even 3rd round guys. But obviously, I don't think that's going to be the case with Asamoah. He also has a cap hit of just shy under $1 million. As of right now, he's the only other Vikings rookie who's on the top 51. Booth, Ingram, and also I believe Evans will also make the top 51, which, remember, is all that matters right now in terms of salary cap calculation. Now, what's interesting as well, the rest of the day 3 selections, Otomehu, Chandler, Lowe, Jalen Naylor, Nick Muse, they got their standard 4-year deals, but the only amount that they got guaranteed is their signing bonus. So nothing in the 4 years in terms of their base salary is guaranteed. Now that does lead to players taken late in day 3 where you're able to cut them, put them on the practice squad, no muss, no fuss, because when you cut and waive a player, you basically are taking on that dead cap, and then you're putting them on the practice squad, and then if they come back up, it's a completely new deal. All right, and as of right meow, they are not counting against the salary cap, the top 51. Now, if they make the team, because the top 51, once you get to 53-man roster cuts, that goes away, and the 53 is the 53, and that's going to be your cap hit. But what's interesting as well, so you look at the guaranteed. You look at Vidarian Lowe, Jalen Naylor, and Nick Muse, all under sub 200K. A couple of the Vikings UDFAs, and this is a great list put together by Ben Gessling of the Star Tribune. A couple of the UDFAs got more guaranteed money than some of the draft picks, and also, coming as UDFA, you have a little bit more flexibility, because if you make the roster, those are 3-year deals, and then you have RFA season, and then you're out. All right, so the RFA season, you generally get, especially if you get tendered decently, like a second-round tender, like you're getting a decent chunk of coin. So in a way, it's a lot better being a UDFA, especially if you're highly sought after, getting some decent guaranteed money out there. Because Zach McLeod of the U and Luigi Villain of Wake Forest, they got over 200K in guarantees. So even if they're cut from the team, even if they don't make the practice squad, they get to pocket them. So that's fascinating, man. Brian Kobeck got 55K. Mike Brown got 50K. And just because a player gets significant guaranteed money, that doesn't mean that they're going to make the roster. It just means that that's the enticement to get them to come to the team that wanted them as a UDFA. We've seen before, the players have big UDFA numbers, big UDFA signing bonuses, as well as guarantees, and then it just doesn't pan out. And some guys with small guarantees, it actually does work out. And also some of these are kind of get laughable, man, because it. All right, so Josh Sokol, 5K, 5 dimes, just like on that signing bonus. Tyree Stevenson, the nose tackle from Tulsa, $250. I mean, is that actually correct? I don't think that's a typo, because Gessling had to type that out twice. 250, where I don't know, that's a dinner for two at Manny's, and that's not even counting wine. So I don't know, but that makes them hungry. It literally makes them hungry, because that's not a lot of money. And of course, they get their per diem at OTAs as well as training camp. But I mean, these guys, unless you get to a roster, you don't get some of that significant money. So it's good that some of these guys got some guarantee. But like we said, fascinating that McLeod and Villain actually have a larger guarantee than Lowe, Naylor, and Muse, and actually have more contractual flexibility given the 3-year deal and the RFA versus the 4-year deal, which is standard for all draft picks. But that's currently where we're at. And also, I don't sweat this at all, where guys like Booth, Ingram, Evans, they will sign. Maybe it'll be right up until training camp. It does happen, but it's not like before the rookie wage scale, where there was sometimes very high draft picks. I mean, there was a lot of money to quibble over, and sometimes those draft picks wouldn't even be in training camp. They'd be holding out. They'd be trying to get their money right, and I don't blame them. But with the rookie wage scale, it's going to be fine. And like we said, Ingram and Evans and Asamoah, who signed yesterday, have been participating in OTAs, and this probably won't drag out into training camp. It'll get done, and then we'll have some fun in late July, early August at TCO Performance Center Bar and Grill. But that's it. Let's take a look at the Vikings rookie contract updates. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.